I was born in a Muslim part of Russia called Circassia. And when I turned 6 years old, my younger sister was born. I overheard my parents arguing over her name that I interpret now as a clash of civilizations between globalization and our provincial Muslim village. Mom said, let's give her a modern name, Monica. And Dad carefully suggested, why don't we give her a good Muslim name like we did to Sufian and call her Munira, which sounds like a Muslim version of Monica. As a compromise, they decided to register my sister's birth certificate as Munira, and Monica became her nickname. Monica grew up watching Bollywood movies, as all in Soviet Union did. Since Hollywood was prohibited, Soviet government supplemented the communist propaganda movies with Bollywood dancing, singing, and crying. My grandfather admired Raj Kapoor, who created Charlie Chaplin type of sweet characters. My father's hero was Amitabh Bachchan, who created strong, silent Clint Eastwood types that killed everyone and got killed at the end of every movie. And my sister was obsessed with Amrita Singh, who created a Cinderella type that was discovered by a producer, turned into a world sensation overnight, and attracted handsome disco dancer types like John Travolta. As a little girl, my sister would always entertain us dancing and singing one of famous Bollywood movies. I am a disco dancer. Back then we thought she was singing in Hindu, but later discovered it was English. That was not our most shocking discovery, however. What was more shocking is that when Dad in high school asked her, would you like to go to the same college as Sufian? Monica answered, I've decided to go to Mumbai and become a Bollywood actress. Dad said, but you don't have money to go to Mumbai, and I'm certainly not buying you a ticket to India. My sister said, fine, I'll work and save money myself, and she stormed out of the room. Mom said, hopefully she will change her mind before she saves enough money. My sister's mind, however, was not a changing type of mind. She started working at the local bakery, and after work every day she would lock herself up in her room, and we would hear Bollywood music for the rest of the day. On her 25th birthday, Monica announced big news. She said, I've saved $3,000 and I am ready to go to Bollywood and pursue my dream. Dad carefully suggested, why don't you save for another year? And in case if you change your mind going to Bollywood, we would add the rest and you could buy a studio apartment. My sister said, it's now or never. I'm already 25 years old, while Bollywood actresses start their careers in their teens. Besides, I've already bought round-trip tickets to go and come back in 3 weeks, as the Indian embassy required. So if I'm not back in 3 weeks, it means that I've successfully launched my career. Mom started crying and said, "Oh, it means you are successfully dead." I said, "But how are you going to launch your career? You don't know anybody there, and you don't speak Hindu or even English." "You don't understand," Monica shouted. "Didn't you watch Bollywood movies? Producers are everywhere in India looking for talents. I will walk on the streets of Mumbai dancing and singing, and a producer will see me and turn me into a star." We saw Monica to our village train station in August 2000. And we picked her up at the same station 3 weeks later. Only she was not Monica anymore. She came back as Munira. Later she told us about her trip, but she was reluctant to share much about what happened in Mumbai. I concluded that she spent all her money at a hotel for food, that she encountered quite a different India than she watched in movies, and she did not encounter any producer watching for talents on the street. She was enthusiastic, however, to share about everything that happened during her trip back. She said, "When I landed back at Sheremetyevo airport in Moscow, I had only $2 left. And I thought, I will buy bread with $1 and I will buy water, a bottle of water with another dollar to survive my 2-day trip back from Moscow to our village." Only as soon as I stepped out of the plane, a man ran toward me, grabbed my bags, put them on a cart, and drove away. And I ran after him. He brought me to the subway entrance and demanded, "You owe me $1 for carrying your bags." I gave him $1, and then I realized that I didn't plan the cost of my subway ticket in my travel budget. And I paid the other $1 for the subway. So she said I arrived at the train station in Moscow with no money 7 hours before my departure. And I imagine my sister standing on that empty train station in Moscow. I imagine her crushed. She just lost her dream. And she lost all her savings chasing a ghost, while she could have bought a studio apartment in our town. And she was left with nothing. She said, "I thought I could survive 2 days without food, but I needed water. And I wished that I would have an empty plastic bottle so that I could fill it with water at the restroom at the train station. And I prayed to God, Allahu Akbar, Almighty God, please send me a bottle, a plastic bottle." And suddenly, she said, a wind blew, and an empty plastic bottle started slowly rolling toward me, making noise, pok, 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 across the empty train station. And I imagine my sister's mind at that moment. She has one of those strong, fanatic type of minds that grab an idea and can't let it go. Her mind previously was obsessed with the Bollywood idea, and it brought her all the way to India, where the reality crushed her idea. And now she let it go, and her mind was empty. And that was the moment when she witnessed this miracle, when God sent her an empty bottle, which I assume fell off a trash can on the train station. And with the same obsession that she had over Bollywood, she grabbed Islam. And she could not let it go the same way that she could not let go the Bollywood idea. She arrived back at the train station as devoted Muslim as she left the train station 3 weeks before that. When she told us the story, she asked, I don't want to be called Monica anymore. Please call me by my real Muslim name, Munira. And my Bollywood dreamer sister, Monica, is gone since then. And my devoted Muslim sister, Munira, she is my devoted Muslim sister, Munira, now. And sometimes I feel like I have had two sisters.